Today I'm testing out the brand new Vivo X300 Ultra smartphone, and it has some of the best cameras on any smartphone right now. And I'm here at London Zoo and I am going to be taking a bunch of photographs with the stock cameras, but I've also brought this, the Vivo Photographer kit, which includes a 100mm prime lens and the 400mm prime lens. So hopefully we're going to get some unique photos of some wildlife here. I'm not entirely sure what kind of wildlife we're actually going to see today, but I guess we're going to find out. And just to make things a bit more interesting, I have brought along a lot of people's favorite phone right now, the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Just for context, so you can see the quality of the Vivo, I will show you some side-by-side shots taken with this one. All right, so I'm headed now to the land of the lions, and I will be breaking out the 400mm lens to get up close and personal with some of these wild cats. All right, so right over here we have Aria, an Asiatic lion from India. I'm taking photos at 400mm. If she stays still, I might be able to get 800mm. In this pen here is one of Aria's sons, and he is a full-on lion. Let's see if we can get a 400mm shot of his face. All right, now we're going to go get a look at some giraffes. Let's go. So they're not indoors, they're outside. They're literally through there. In fact, I can see through the little railings here, the giraffes. So I think this might be a good opportunity to test out the 100mm lens and see if we can get a shot of the giraffes from inside to outside, because outside is ridiculously hot today, and also there's going to be no one obstructing my view from inside this building. So let's go. So I need to choose the lens that I'm using, which is the 2.35x Gen 2, and switch that on, and now we're in. And just there you can see the giraffe's head. And I'm going to zoom in a bit more, I think. So I'm going to use the little lever on the top of the camera grip. Okay, so just down here behind this fence are wild dogs. So let's see how good the stock zoom is here on the Vivo X300 Ultra. Going to use the little lever up here to zoom in. They are just chilling under that tree over there. That's a nice close-up shot. There we go, that's the 400mm shot. Now we're going to test this versus the longest lens. It's a 400mm lens that comes with the Vivo Photographer kit. Just clicks on like that, and now we have an extreme long-range shooter. I'm going to switch to the 4.7x Gen 2 Ultra lens, which is the official name for this. And let's see what we get here. So let's get that 400mm shot. Jump to the 800. All the way in, 1600mm. Okay, so I have located some zebras, and what I'm going to do is test the 200mm zoom with the stock cameras, and then we'll test how it compares to the 100mm telephoto Gen 2 attachment. So I have to go a bit higher here just to get above that railing. So I'm gonna go all the way up to 200 mil. You can see how steady it is. It's because it's got OIS in that telephoto. I'll get it as close to 200 mil as I can. And there we go. All right, now let's fit this 100 mil prime lens in front of the telephoto camera and see how it compares. So we have to select the 2.35x Gen 2 lens, and then we can jump straight in and we can lock it in at 200 mil. There we go. And we could even go much further, and this will utilize the digital zoom. All right, so we're about to head into the monkey pen to see if we can get some close-up detailed shots of some monkeys with the 100mm lens at close range. Okay, so right here we have an Eastern black and white colobus. All right, so let's get in 200mm zoom. Doesn't lock at 200 mil, which is a bit, and he's not looking this way. Here we go. So the monkey has moved position, but I'm going to still use this lens, and let's see what we can get here. This monkey is super close to us, so I should get some really good details here, I think, at a very close range with this lens. You can even go 400. So this might be one of the occasions where the lens might cause a bit of a problem with the stabilization, because we're at a much closer range and we can use the telephoto with its optical image stabilization instead to capture these photos. So yeah, get a look at this. We can get right in, and you can see how steady it is as well. When you add the lenses, you do get a bit more wobble. And if you're wondering, this is a dwarf mongoose. The zoo is now closing, so this is going to be the last photo from London Zoo, and it is a silverback gorilla. I'm going to do it with a 400mm lens. Let's see what we get. Okay, so here are my own personal takeaways from my day out at the zoo with the Vivo X300 Ultra and its exclusive photographer kit. So in locations like a zoo, you'll always be at a safe distance from the wildlife. And in these scenarios, the zoom capabilities of your phone's camera are more valuable than ever. And you probably noticed the zoom on the X300 Ultra, even without the lens attachments, is vastly better than the iPhones, and it's not even close. Now listen, I don't want to bomb on Apple too hard, because if they really wanted to level up their cameras to where Vivo is right now, they definitely could do it. But they probably won't, because they know they can sell millions of phones regardless. So they probably think, why bother? And it's a business strategy that works for them, just as long as nobody cares. But I do think that people should start opening their eyes a bit more to phones like the Vivo X300 Ultra, because Vivo have really put in the effort and even have collabed with Zeiss to make sure their lens technology is on point. Anyway, something to keep in mind about this particular video is that all of the photos that you saw from the Vivo were taken using the auto mode. I didn't even have to think about going into the pro modes to manually dial in the settings to get these incredible shots. But another brilliant thing about the Vivo phone is if you really wanted to, and you know what you're doing with a camera, you have all of the manual options available to you, and you can even shoot in RAW. And actually there's so many pro camera features on the phone that it probably deserves its own video. Do let me know if you want to see that. Now, what I'm getting at here is that we are getting to the point in time where, despite the physics of a much smaller camera sensor when compared to a full frame camera, like one of my ones that I use for my videos, for example, computational photography is starting to bridge that gap. And it's making it easier for anybody to get these kind of DSLR-like shots from a device and a lens that can literally just fit in your pocket. Now, I could have taken my £5,000 Sony A7 mirrorless camera with a long lens to the zoo, and almost certainly I could have got better shots. But there'd be a few downsides to doing that though. First of all, I'd have to carry around a very expensive bit of kit which someone might want to steal off me. Second of all, it's quite a bit heavier. And thirdly, I would have had to spend a good amount of time at each location to dial in the ISO, the white balance, the shutter speed, and the aperture to get everything just perfect. And yes, there's a real skill to that and it is enjoyable, but the reality is not everybody knows how to do that. And that's really the beauty of the Vivo X300 Ultra and its optional lens attachments. It will do all of the heavy lifting for you, and all you need to do is just point and shoot, and the phone will do everything it can to make you look like a pro by delivering maximum results with minimum effort. And that is something that all good tech should be designed to do. So if you guys want to learn a bit more about the Vivo X300 Ultra, I did a full-on unboxing and tour of the device, so you can learn about all of the attachments and also about the phone itself and its specs and that kind of stuff. If you want to check that out, that's on screen right now. If you just subscribed, you're now one of the finest subscribers known to man. And if you just did that, I will see you guys in the next one. Don't be late.